Welcome to our channel. The war in Ukraine raised many paradoxes. One of the weirdest was that Vladimir Putin's invasion suddenly made autocratic politicians in neighboring countries look like the good guys. Nowhere was this more so than in Poland. As the war shifted the global geopolitical focus to Eastern and Central Europe, Warsaw came to the fore. The country, previously reluctant to accept refugees, has welcomed millions of Ukrainian women and children with open arms in an impressive display of solidarity. When Poland began to play an important role in the defense of Ukraine, it provided Kiev with major assistance, including €2 billion worth of military equipment. Poland is an important regional power on the border with Ukraine. Poland was also among the countries most affected by the Russia-Ukraine war, as it neighbors Ukraine. That's why the Warsaw government is trying to protect its borders. There is a historical sense of insecurity in relations between Poland and Russia. The Ukrainian war further reinforced Poland's sense of insecurity. As a matter of fact, the developments may drag Poland into a wide conflict that may have devastating consequences. In fact, according to some experts, Russia's next target may be Poland. Poland began to take some measures to not be the next target and to challenge Vladimir Putin. So how drastic are the measures that Poland is taking against Russia? And what is Poland's goal? Poland and the United States have had a bumpy relationship over the years, but the war in Ukraine brought them closer and made Poland an indispensable ally. Cooperation between the two countries has been increasing in recent years. The United States is strengthening its military presence near the Russian borders. Polish officials have been demanding the U.S. to establish a permanent military base in their country for many years in the face of a possible Russian threat. To meet the needs of the U.S. Army in Europe, improve command and control capabilities, and manage the forward operating areas within the Republic of Poland, the Army established the U.S. Army Polish Garrison in a ceremony on March 21st. The garrison is one of the lasting improvements in the DoD posture in Europe, based on assessments from the 2021 Global Posture Review and consultations with NATO allies, and its announcement by President Biden in June 2022. With the opening of the first permanent U.S. military garrison on Polish soil in March, the number of permanent U.S. military bases in Europe rose to 8. Camp Kościuszko, the first permanent U.S. military garrison on Polish soil, started its operations with a ceremony in the city of Poznan. Military officials from both countries and Polish Minister of National Defense Mariusz Błaszczak attended the opening ceremony of the first permanent military unit at the garrison level. Błaszczak said that at a time when Russia was trying to rebuild its empire and attacked Ukraine, they valued the constant presence of the U.S. armies in the country. It will also transfer 19 air tankers of the United States National Guard and the U.S. Air Force Reserve in Powice, Poland in the coming months. The move aims to strengthen the U.S. Air Force's presence in Eastern Europe and ensure the security of allies within NATO. The measures taken by Poland are not limited to this extent. The Polish government says that within 2 years, the country's armed forces will double, making it one of the most powerful military groups in Europe. Polish Defense Minister Mariusz Błaszczak announced plans to increase the country's army from 150,000 to 300,000 due to Russian aggression. The defense minister wants Poland to build an army big enough to act as a dam that won't be demolished by Russia. With this move, Poland aims to deploy its army up to the Russian border. In addition, Poland stated that by increasing the number of soldiers, it will have an army 3 times the size of the United Kingdom. The UK army has around 100,000 soldiers in active service. Faced with the general election in the autumn, defense spending spree of billions of pounds that resulted in massive orders for tanks, artillery, and warplanes. Błaszczak stated that within 2 years, the Polish army will be the strongest in Europe. On the other hand, Poland continues to provide military support to Ukraine while strengthening its borders. Poland has pledged to send 4 MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine, the first NATO member to do so, as a key move in Kiev's battle to counter Russian aggression. President Andrzej Duda stated that about a dozen aircraft inherited from the former German Democratic Republic will be delivered in the coming days after their maintenance. Warsaw is the leader among NATO allies in the supply of heavy weapons to Kiev. The announcement that Poland will send Soviet-designed aircraft marks one step ahead of the alliance's remaining commitments and could pressure other member states to do the same. Other NATO countries were reluctant to go beyond this decision and send tanks to Kiev earlier this year. The U.S. stressed that Poland's move would not force Washington's hand. On the other hand, Poland was one of the most vocal European countries against Russia even before the invasion of Ukraine. Russia is still seen by many in Polish political and diplomatic circles in the context of the Cold War. Putin has always been seen as unreliable by Warsaw, and Russia's expansion is something that must be fought at all costs. It is one of the few NATO countries required by law to meet its 2% of GDP defense spending commitment, and is an active member of the European defense community. Sending MiGs is not an unexpected move for Poland and is fully compatible with NATO membership. It could change the dynamic within the alliance, act as a catalyst for more countries to do so, or upset countries like Hungary that oppose greater NATO involvement in the conflict. The big question will be whether they're putting pressure on the UK and the US, which they will do for Germany. Ultimately, it's probably Poland's intention to put this pressure on other allies. The measures taken and the critical steps taken by Poland reveal its justification against the Russian threat. Because Russia's aggressive actions are not limited to Ukraine. Even if Russia attacks only Ukrainian territory by land, it frequently carries out harassing flights over NATO airspace with warplanes. NATO planes are harshly responding to these Russian flights. RAF Typhoons attacked a Russian spy plane twice in just one day near NATO airspace. RAF Typhoons were mixed to intercept several Russian aircraft flying close to NATO airspace. British warplanes managed to intercept a Russian Air Force spy plane escorted by an elite Sukhoi Su-27 fighter jet. Swedish Air Force Gripens joined the RAF Typhoons during the tense encounter. The Russian fighter aircraft did not comply with international norms, as it did not communicate about its movement with the relevant flight information zones. The first intercept took place close to Swedish airspace. The second occurred when Russian jets flew towards the Kaliningrad Oblast. The Russian Ilyushin Il-20 Kut-A intelligence collection aircraft was among the aircraft detected in the exchange. Ilyushin drones are capable of analyzing military communications and signals to assist attacking aircraft or ground forces. UK Defence Secretary Ben Wallace praised the British pilots involved in the intervention. Ben Wallace said the interceptions are a stark reminder that the RAF is always ready to defend the skies of the UK and its allies. As it is known, RAF Typhoons took off from Amari Air Base in Estonia, where they are currently based as part of NATO's air policing mission. The RAF will hand over the task to the Spanish Air Force in August. In addition, NATO is currently conducting a series of naval exercises in the Baltic Sea. Russian spy planes regularly monitor Allied ships during these exercises. RAF Wing Commander McCall said that this is a busy time, but these interceptions remain routine for us. McCall stressed their ability to mix and intercept multiple Russian jets in different situations in a short time is testament to their resilience and flexibility. It seems that Russia's aggression is not limited to the territory of Ukraine, but Russia's dangerous moves are being prosecuted by Ukraine on the front lines and blocked by NATO across the border. Faced with obstacles from all sides, we'll wait and see the moves of Russia in the coming days. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. Thank you for watching us.